Estamos aquí con Judith consteladora desde hace muchos años de Inglaterra. Ella va a estar con nosotros en el Congreso de Acapulco, explicando lo inexplicable. Hola, Judith.
Hola.
Cuéntanos un poco sobre tu trabajo en constelaciones, cómo llegaste, cuál es tu enfoque, dónde te especializaste.
I had been a colleague and a student of Hunter Beaumont in the 80s. And as soon as he met Bert Hellinger, he brought the work to England. So I watched the first constellation that Hunter did in 1991. And I made the only instant decision I've ever made in my life, which is, this is my path, this is my art, this is the rest of my life. And I've never doubted it, and I've never wobbled. It really was one of the most interesting moments of absolute clarity for me. But back in those days, there wasn't any training. And I think I did my learning by doing. You know, whenever Bert Hellinger came to England, I watched him. Whenever I had the opportunity to see other people, I went to see them. But mainly, because I was a Gestalt trainer, I had many, many groups that I worked with. And I think it's been a wonderful way of learning. It's just to do all the time. And I already was very interested in and used to teach couples work. So I have definitely developed the field of intimate relationships and helping people attend to their couple relationships. That's been a big part of what I do and teach. And because my lineage is with Hunter, I've been very connected to this soul side of the work. And it's shown up for me both in a deep interest in attachment and also in a sense of the resources we have behind us and how we feel our way into a deep sense of belonging to our roots. And also, I think, to emphasize in myself the sacred nature of this work. I've followed a spiritual path alongside my engagement with this work, and I think of this as both scientific and spiritual at the same time.
¿Cuál sería tu contribución en este congreso con este título explicando lo inexplicable?
Well, I think to look at bonding and attachment as both a scientific and a spiritual and a practical virtue and necessity would be one area, and family and intimate life would be the other.
¿Qué te parece la idea de compartir con la ciencia y la espiritualidad? Porque eso es lo que vamos a ver en el Congreso. Viene un neurocientífico, un físico, vienen místicos.
Well, I'm not so engaged with Eastern mysticism. I think my understanding, my own experience of what is spiritual is the widening of our lens of perception, so that we can include gradually everything. So the path of this work, the pathway that we can stay on if we want to, is one in which gradually we're not separate from the indivisible world. And what I understand scientifically is that perception changes the brain, and that health in the brain and this wide and flexible lens are actually the same thing. So I feel as if we are at the heart of a really beautiful learning process.
¿Hay algo más, algún mensaje que quieras enviar a la gente de Latinoamérica que va a venir al Congreso?
I have had the pleasure of working with you in Mexico last year, and I realised that the place of women and men in Mexican society is quite problematic. And I feel very, very glad to come as a woman with my strengths to support the healing of what feels like a process that is already going on, which is very difficult in Mexico and probably in Latin America generally.
Pues muchas gracias por tu tiempo, por esta breve entrevista y te esperamos con mucho gusto en México y con toda tu sabiduría, Judith.
Thank you very much, thank you, and I'm really looking forward to coming.
Thank you. Bueno, hasta septiembre.